My wife and I moved to Clarksville in 2010 with 2 little girls and just a whole bunch of dreams to take over a church. About 6 months later is when the financial piece really stressed me out for the first time. I think I had a mild anxiety attack, thinking this financial picture is terrible. It was about that time I reached out to a mentor and I said, we've got to get the finances of this church healthy. We were pretty well out of cash and we were in the red all the time. He said, man, the thing you need to do is teach people about generosity, teach people to get their financial house in order, and then be patient and let that get the church's financial picture healthy. I felt like that's a long play that I didn't have a lot of patience for because we were urgently running out of money and we were gonna have to foreclose on our church building. I was looking for a quicker fix. Honestly, I was hoping he'd write me a big check and he never wrote me a check, he never gave me any money. Really, it was a maturing moment for me to think about the long play of when you learn to live by principles. And so I taught the baby steps in a 5-week series. I talked about living on less than you make. I talked about being a generous person. I talked about saving for your future. Through this series, people are saying, what's next, what's next, what's next? Well, then I just said, well, we're gonna launch Financial Peace University as a small group.
This class taught me to be a better steward of my money, and it helped me to become more generous.
Our finances were terrible.
But it wasn't because we didn't have the money. We were both working full time. We weren't managing it well. It was a safe place for us to start making those positive changes.
We were not tithing before. Now it's every week. I didn't know what the pleasure of giving felt like until we was able to do it.
We wanted to be generous, and there's no way that you can be generous if you're just like lassoed with debt.
Debt, I think, just has this insidious ability to steal hope. It was so refreshing to know, I'm trying not to cry here, like just to know that we were not the only ones that were going through this. The impact is greater. I think the likelihood of success is higher if you're doing it in community.
We were on one income, and we were able to pay off $12,000 in debt in a year and a half.
Yeah, we've also seen people, because they have now, killed debt, significant debt, they've been able to give and they've been able to tithe more.
Everybody needs to take this class and you will love the end results.
Immediately, we started seeing margins come in and then we started saying, what can we do? Well, now we're in our next building program. We have a plan to build this thing, and in 3 years, it would be totally paid for because our people have a heart of generosity. And I'll just never forget the first time we were able to give $2,000 away to a missionary, how great that felt for our church. And in our last year, we were able to give almost 22% of our income away. That is a direct response of the kingdom impact that we've been able to have because of the principles of healthy stewardship and generosity. Trust that good things take time. I wish at 30 I trusted that more, but we're also very grateful for the principles and the stewardship that we've learned through Financial Peace University, because it is absolutely allowing us to go further and to go faster with the call that God has on our church for our city.